So there's this big debate about Zoro right now in the One Piece community, but I gotta give you a spoiler warning up through Wano. If you're not caught up, then scroll on. So in a recent stream of mine, people were asking me if I think Zoro has Conqueror's Haki, and apparently this is a big argument over on X and Reddit and just the internet in general. And my simple answer was yes, obviously, but then I realized that people don't think it's so obvious, so let's go over this. We gotta go to chapter 1010 for this, and the name of the chapter is Color of the Supreme King. And for a quick refresher, back when Rayleigh was explaining to Luffy how Haki works, he described Conqueror's Haki as the power to overwhelm, the color of the Supreme King. So again, back to this chapter, 1010, that's the name of it. And then Zoro turns all the way up on Kaido, landing this slash. And immediately, Kaido goes, damn, that was crazy. Don't tell me you can use the color of the Supreme King too. I can honestly stop this video here because I don't really know what more information you would possibly need to allow yourself to believe that Zoro has Conqueror's Haki, but like, it's right there. People will go on to say that Zoro doesn't know what he's talking about. But that also kind of makes sense for Zoro because he's really just about getting stronger. He doesn't care about the nuanced details. He certainly doesn't care about names or anything like that. He just knows that he needs to get stronger to reach his goals and to help his captain. And Kaido even says, oh, you've done enough. This will remain with me. And think about how many people attacked Kaido during this fight. Zoro's one of the only two people who are really able to do anything to him. I have heard the argument that potentially Zoro's sword is where the Conqueror's Haki came from. It was from Enma, not from Zoro himself. But that really just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I understand that you could imbue items with Haki, obviously, so it's very possible that there was some in there, but at the same time, I just don't think that's enough to discredit the fact that Zoro absolutely could be using it himself. Now, I would be willing to hear the argument that him holding Enma and coming into contact with that level of Haki is helping awaken the Haki within him as well, but I just think it's a cop-out to say, oh, it was just the sword, it wasn't him. Maybe if Zoro was only using Enma and didn't have his two other swords, I would be more willing to hear that argument, but at this point, I think it's just pretty definitive that Zoro has the ability to use Conqueror's Haki. He might not have advanced Conqueror's Haki, he might not have control over it or understanding about it, but it seems like he can use it. There are also leaks going around right now of a new Viver card for Zoro that is in fact confirming that he has Conqueror's Haki. This was posted via Pew Piece and I genuinely trust their content, but at the same time, this is a leak, so I'm not going to die on this hill specifically. But as always, guys, let me know in the comments what you think. Does Zoro have Conqueror's Haki or not? And also remember, if you are citing sources, if you're citing the anime does have a lot of moments that are not canon in the manga. So just understand the blurry lines that are there.